plan. Sheikh Hasina has been in India for the last few days. When did you last speak to her, and where is she headed now?
I spoke with her last night. She has no plans as of yet. She's staying put. All the rumors about her applying for visas or asylum, none of those are true. What she really wants is to eventually go back to Bangladesh, whether that's to be in politics or to retire, it doesn't matter. It's her home. She has spent most of her life there. She has grown up there. This was going to be her last term anyway. She's 76 years old. She wants to retire in her village home in Tungipara. That has been her dream. She does not want to live in exile outside of Bangladesh.
Okay, so she doesn't want to live outside Bangladesh, but does it mean that when she wants to go back to Bangladesh, she wants to be back in active politics? Or will it be what you had told me earlier, that she is looking at retirement?
That I cannot answer. That you will have to ask her. As I said, that she was in politics for her country, not because she wanted to be in power. She has been wanting to retire for several terms, for the last 2 terms. In fact, she has been pushing me before every election to come and join politics. None of our family have ever had ambition for power or politics, so we haven't. I don't think she has any regrets in terms of what she has done for the country in terms of development and security. No one can argue. So no one can argue that her 15 years were not by far the golden period of Bangladesh. So at this point, it really doesn't matter to her. Politics doesn't matter to her, but she wants to go home.
So she wants to go home, she wants to go back, and doesn't want to live in exile. That's a news point certainly for us, because, you know, Sajib, you are right now the spokesperson of your mother, and over the last few days you have been her connect with the outside world. So there were reports suggesting that there are certain back channel communication or talks on between you and you know, which is happening through your you know, embassy perhaps in London. For a possible asylum or some visa for her in United Kingdom.
No, as far as I know, I'm not part of that communication. As far as I know, we have made no requests. We have not asked any government. We have made no applications.
Okay, and what about your political party? Are you looking at going back and you know, to ensure that the cadre feels energized, they have an election to, you know, fight in the coming few weeks and months? So is there somebody from the family looking at trying to ensure that they feel not leaderless or rudderless in the absence of Sheikh Hasina?
Yes, I guess by default, I've become the face right now. I never planned for this. I never wanted this. I have no political ambition, but you know, I as soon as I learned that our party leaders were being attacked, their homes burned down, I said I can't just abandon them. So I am doing what I can. I'm in touch with many of our party leaders. Almost all our ministers' homes have been burned down. My own personal home, my ancestral home, which my father had built 40 years ago, has been burned down. My grandfather's ancestral home, which was now his museum, and where my entire family was murdered in 1975, that has been burned down. So in this situation, yes, I will do whatever it takes. People forget that, you know, you have 2 political parties in Bangladesh, 2 major parties. They have huge followers. Awami League still has tens of millions of followers. Awami League it's not going to disappear overnight. You cannot make the Awami League disappear overnight. So, yes, elections have to be held as soon as possible. I think someone in the current government announced that elections weren't a priority. Well, this government is unconstitutional. Our constitution states that at the end of the last parliament, elections have to be held within 90 days. This government, nobody elected them. They have no mandate to run the country. And as you can see, they're not able to run the country already. Within, it's been a week since they pushed my mother out. They've been in power. They have no control. There's complete lawlessness. So at this point, the only solution for Bangladesh is early elections within 90 days and Awami League and BNP, we're the two largest parties. One of us is going to win the elections. I believe it's going to be the Awami League because of our record of development and security over the last 15 years. People always want economic development and security. So,
okay, since you just said that you are by default now the face of Awami League, then are you planning to go home, go back to Dhaka and lead the political party? Because somebody from the family, is it going to be family run, or will there be a new leadership that will take charge of Awami League?
That will be up to the Awami League to decide, not up to me. If the Awami League activists, they all demand that I come, then I will think about it. But it is not, it's a democratic party. It depends on the people of the members of the party.
And what about Sheikh Hasina, the former Prime Minister?
Well, if the party demands that she be the leader, then she will be the leader. Again, as I said, we are a democratic party. It is totally up to the members of the party to decide who their leader is going to be. It is not up to me.
And lots being talked about in the context of her future, and mixed signals coming in that whether she should be going back home or going back to Bangladesh, or whether she will be going in for asylum. But you are saying that she doesn't want to live in exile, wants to go back to Bangladesh. How soon will that be? And has she communicated this to perhaps the chief advisor of the government right now, the interim government, that is Muhammad Yunus?
No, not at all. There's been no communication. The interim government has made no attempt to communicate with us. Unfortunately, as I said, from today's statement from one of the advisors, it's unfortunate. They've taken the exact same playbook that has failed before, which is now that they have been placed in power, they've been placed in power by a tiny minority and perhaps foreign support. They don't have the mandate of the people of Bangladesh at all, and they think they've declared that they will reform the country. Well, without a mandate, without a popular mandate, if you remember, 17 years ago we had an interim government that took over, that announced they would reform, and they failed miserably because they did not have a popular mandate. This government does not have the mandate of the people of Bangladesh. It is an unconstitutional, hand-picked government. They don't represent the people of Bangladesh. They have no legal authority whatsoever. So it is in their best interest to hold elections as soon as possible.
Okay, so if the interim government gets in touch with your mother and asks her to return to face trial or face the law, is she ready to do that?
Face the law, again, if you remember from 1/11, our last military takeover, they arrested my mother. My mother actually had to fight to go back to the country. They arrested her.